Yeah, hi team. So I think we can go on. It's echoing. Yeah, hi team. Yeah, I think we can go and start the session now. Let me share my screen. So this is that fusion environment what we have. So yesterday we have seen that okay how we can go and do that FPDA manually, right? So we are able to do that FPDA manually yesterday. Okay, let me have that file once again. So this was the file which we are able to import yesterday. So we can go to the procurement. We can go to the supplier. And manage suppliers. So yesterday we have created all these type of suppliers. So this we have created through manual FPDI. This we have created through the UI. And the last one, right, we have created through the web services. So this is we have seen how we can go and do. today we'll see that, okay, in case if you have to do through that OIC, right, how we can go and load these files. So first we have to go and prepare the file. Same way, right, whatever we have prepared the file, right, the same way we have to go and prepare the file, and then we have to go and do this one. So I can come here, cancel, let me go back, and we can go and create our new integration. So before to that one, right, we need to create a connection and we need to create a file. So first we can go and prepare the file itself. So we can come to this one, our supply import one. So this is our information what we have. So what we'll do, right, we'll create a new batch today. So I will create 8th May. And here also it will be same name only will use. And here we will use FBDI. I will put OIC also. OIC supply 1 and OIC supply 2. And what is the next thing which we do right here? So we can write this one as 85 and 86. We can go and save. Yes. So we have done this one. Now what we do, right, we can go and generate the file, right? So we can come here and we can generate the CSV file. So where we can go and load, right, we can go and load into our own only. So we can come here and here only we'll go and load. So here I can give the name as OIC. We can do the save and it will go and generate the new file, CSV file. So we can say save. So file created. Now we can come to our folder. And if you see it here, new file got created, right? If you see, this is the folder which got created and this is one. Let us come here and we'll see this one. Edit with notepad, reload, yes. So if you see it, new batch got created and here new supply information got created. So what it means, right? It means this time, right, we will go and use this file. So what I can do, right, I can use that FTP server and I can place this file over there. So we can come here, login. Right. So what we do, right, here we can go and create one folder, FBDI, and in that one, right, we can go and start putting this value, right? So we can come here. We can create a folder, FBDI, and OK. We can come into this one and whatever our zip file is there, right? So we can go and place this file. So we can come here and we can go and upload the file here. So this is the file uploaded, got right? So in the real project, what will happen, right? So suppose some process will be there which will run daily kind of thing, right? So what will happen, right? The customer or end user, right? So they will keep placing the file into that FTP server. So from this FTP server, right, our integration will pick the file and then it will go and do those steps yesterday, whatever steps we did manually, right? So those steps it will go and do here, right? So what are those steps right here? So yesterday we have seen these steps, right? So we are able to do these steps yesterday, right? Upload file to the UCM, load file this one, right? And this one, right? So same options what we can do, right? We can go and put into the OIC so that, okay, this will happen automatically, right? So what we do, right? We can come to this one. So if you see, right, I have mentioned here what we have to do for the OIC, right? First, we have to place the file into that FTP. We have uploaded, right? Now we wanted to go and create one integration, right? OIC. So in that one, right, we'll go and put these options. So now like our file is prepared and we have uploaded to the UCM server. Now we can go and put that one, right? So what we need, right? In this case, right, we need two connections. One connection I need for that FTP, right? So that we know, right, we already have. One is like we need, if you wanted to run the process into this server, right? So we need for this also, right? So we can come and we can define one ERP connection. So we can come into this one, we can say create, and what we do, right? We can say, we can write ERP, so Oracle ERP Cloud. So we can click into this one and we can go and define the connection here. So we can write B21 underscore OIC underscore ERP connection. We can say create. Now what we do, right? Here we can go and put this one, right? So we can go and use this one. Now we can go and put this one, right? So this is a host, right? Here with this system, right? We wanted to communicate. What is the right username and password we need to put, right? So what is the username and password we have? So this is the username and password what we have. So we can come username and this is the password what we have. Now we can go and do the test connections. So let it complete. So if you see connection tested successfully, now we can go and save. I think instance is little bit slow today. It's taking time to load. So if you see, right, it has completed and it came into the configured state. It means we are good to go, right? We have that FTP connection also. So with the help of that one, right, we can go and read our file. And then we have created the ERP connection also. So we can go and run that process. Now what we do, right, we can come to the integration and we can go and create a application. We can write B21 underscore YC supply FPDI. Let me check what is the number we have. 67 we have. We can go and create. We can go and put into our package and create. Right. So this is what we have created. Now what we'll do, right? First we'll go and create our trigger connection to start this one. So we can write B21 trigger connection. So we will have the start. We can come down here. We can give the name /start. What we do, right? We can prepare this as a FBDI, right? Like as a post request, right? Because we need to pass some parameter, right? So what all the parameters we need to pass right here? So if you see, right, we can say that, okay, we need to pass the parameters, right? So these things we will go and pass, right? Source file, where is our file is placed, source directory and batch ID, right? So these things we need to go and place. So we can come here and we can say that, okay, this is our request payload will look like, and this is our response payload will look like. So we'll have that output. We have the interface process ID and the load process ID. So we can come here. We can say that, okay, we need the request payload, we need the response payload, and we can say continue. We can come into this one. We can write in line. We can go and define the source file, directory file, and batch ID will do. We can say continue. Then we can say continue. And in the response, right, what we do, right, we can go and say that, okay, this is the response what we have. So we will have the output, interface ID, and actual process ID. We can go and click into continue again, continue, and finish. So this is our trigger part or the start part we have done. We can go and change the layout, save. We can add the business identifier so that okay, we'll have the primary key. And what we do, right, we can go and use the request wrapper. So we can use the batch ID and we can use the source file. We can do the save, right? So this is what we have. We have this trigger part, right? Now what we need to do, right, first of all, right, we need to download the file. If you see, right, first we need to download the file from the FTP connection, right? So what we do, right, we can come here and we can say FTP FTP connection, right? OIC FTP connection. So we can do this one. We can say get, we can say download file. Download file from FTP. We can say continue. Okay, why it's not in my okay, continue. Then what we wanted to do, right? We wanted to write. So either we can do read or we have a download file, right? So we can say download file from where, right, we can give this real time only will give. So here we can give the temporary location. We can say /temp. We can say continue and finish. Now what we do, right, we can come into this one and we can go and map here that okay, which file and from where we need to download, right? So file name and directory, right? What we do, we can come here and we can pass from this one. So source file will be the file name, source directory will be the directory. We can go and do the validate. We can come into back here. We can say save, right? So this is what we have. After this one, right, we have the file with us, right? Now what we wanted to do, right, next, we wanted to put the ERP connection, right? So we wanted to load the interface table, right? We wanted to load the data into the interface table, right? So how we can do, now we will go and call the ERP connection. So yesterday we have seen, right? First we can go and upload the file, then we can run the process, right? So when we run the process of the interface table, right? So either we can go and use the file from the FTP from the content server, or at the runtime also, right? We can go and upload the file, right? Same way we will do here. So now we'll go and call our ERP connection here. We can say load supplier interface table, right? So we wanted to load the supplier into the interface table. We can say continue. So if you select what are the different options we'll have, right? Query, create, update, or write, import bulk data, and send file to ERP cloud, right? So what we wanted to do, right? We wanted to import the data, right? So if you see, right, what we want, right? Import bulk data into the Oracle, right? Because we wanted to load the data, right? So we can see this one. We can say continue. Now here it will ask that, okay, in which account and where we wanted to load the data. So let it complete this one. So this will take some time. right? So what we need to do, right? Which process we wanted to execute here, right? So we wanted to do this one, right? Import suppliers, right? So data process, which one, right? So we can say import suppliers here. So either we can go and see from here or we can write here import suppliers. We can select this option. So see is it got selected or not. So import supplier got selected, right? Then we can go and scroll down. So if you select here, all the informations will come automatically. That okay, in where it will go, in which account it will go, right? What is the job it will go and run, right? So when we are doing manually, right, we are using this account and all, right? So here it will go and do all those things automatically here. Correct? Now what we do, right? We can say continue. Then what we need to do, right? We can say enable checkbox. So in case if you wanted to have the callback also, right? That okay, on completion of this one, right? We need some process, right? So we can have that callback also. Or if we don't need, right, we will not have. So as of now, right, I will not do anything. We'll say continue and finish. So what will happen, right? This will go and load the data into the interface table, right? We can go and save. So we can come into this one. So what it will go and take this process, right? So this process needs that file. So if you see import bulk data, so it needs that file, ICS file. So we have the file with us, right? So what we do, right? We can go and map that file here. So we have downloaded the file, right? So in the ICS file, we have the file with us. So we can come here and this is the file reference what we have. So we can go and map this file reference to this file reference, right? So we can map the file reference, file type, file name and checksum. So this is also enough. In case if you wanted to map other things also, right? We can go and map. Like we will map only this much as of now. We'll see if it fails, then we can go and map the other things also. So we can come here. Now we can come back again here. So we are able to do this one, right? So now what we'll do, right? This will go and load the data into the interface table only, right? So interface table will take some time, right? So like it will take around 10 seconds or 15 seconds, right? So what we do, right? We can wait till that much time. So we can come here and we can write the wait action here. We can write the wait action, right? And what we do, right? Here we can put some time, right? So we can write here 60 seconds. So whatever time you will enter here, right? So that is it will wait for that seconds here. So we will wait for 60 seconds, right? So we have done what we done, right? We downloaded the file, then we have started the load process. Now what we have to do, right? We have to start the actual load, right? From interface table to main table we wanted to load, right? So we can come again here and we can say that, okay, again we wanted to call the ERP connections only. We can come here and this time, right, what we'll do, right? We'll load into the main table. So we can say load supplier to main table. We can say continue. So this time, right, what we'll do, right? This time we'll not do the bulk data import, right? Because data we have already imported, right? So this time we'll use the first option. Query, create, or update or delete information. We can say continue. So in this one, right, what we need to do, right? So we have the different things, right? Business object, services, and REST API, right? So what we wanted to do, right? We wanted to use the services. And then which service? ERP integration service. And we will do the submit ESS job request. So what we do, right? We can say here services, then which service, right? So we wanted to do the ERP integration service. So either we can go and down or we can go and search here ERP. It will not come. So we can down. It will be in the alphabetical order. So ERP integration service. So this is what we have. ERP integration service. We can select this option. So once we select this option, right below, what will happen, right? The next corresponding options it will come. Once it is selected, right, then we have to go and select the operation. And in that operation, right, what we have to do, right, we have to submit ESS job. So we have selected the service, if you see, right. And in this one, right, what are the operations, right? In this one, we have different operations. So which operation we wanted to do, right? We wanted to call the submit ESS job, right? So this is what we need to call. So we scroll down again. So submit ESS job request, right? So submit ESS job request, right? Then what we do, right? We can go and click into create and finish. We can go and do the same. So what all parameters will be needed for this one, right? So we can come again here and what all the parameter, right? So job package name, job definition name, and parameter list, right? So these things we need to go and pass. So this package name and job definition, right? From where we can go and get, right? So in the previous step, right? When we did this one, right? So here those informations came. So if you see right here, if I will come back again here, continue. Let it complete this one. I think today the instance is little slow. It will take. Yeah. So if you see it in this one, right? This is right. So job package name and this one, right? It is available here. So job name and package name, right? So same thing if you see that I have mentioned. Job package name is this one and job definition name import suppliers. So this information is available here, right? So we can go and take that value from here. Now we can go back again, cancel. So what we need to do, right? We need to map those things here. So we can come here. So job definition, job package name. So we'll not get those information from here, right? Import bulk. So we'll just get the result only from here. And from here also, right? Import bulk data, ICS file, import job options, right? So we'll not go get those options, right? So what we do, right? We can go and put these values. So job package name, right? It will be this one. We can come here, create target node, and we can go and put here. This is the job package name. Next is like job definition name. So we can come here, create target node, and this is our job definition name. Validate. Right. Now if you said we have the parameter list. So if you remember, right, when we ran yesterday this load process, right? So it asks for 3 parameters, right? Let me go and show you that again. So this is the content server. So once we run, right, we'll see here the file came or not. So I will just go and run the process again. So it will be inside the tools and schedule process. So if you see, right, when we do the third process, right, import suppliers. and OK. So these are the three parameters it is asking, right? Import option, import exception only, and batch ID, right? So these three parameters will come, right? Parameters. So what will happen, right? We need to create three parameters, right? Parameter list 1, 2, and 3. So we don't have to give these names and all because this is in the sequential order. We just have to give the corresponding values, right? From the first, we will give all. So if you see, right, all new and rejected, right? So we can give that option in this one, right? Yes and no, and then we can do the batch ID. So we'll go and create three parameters in our OIC. So if you said here, we just have one list only, right? So what we do, right? We can right click here and we can say here repeat node. So what will happen, right? Two parameters will come. We can go and add one more repeat node. So three parameters will come, right? So this is what we can go and give here. So in the first one, right, what we do, right? We can give the value all, right? Because this parameter number one, right? Parameter number one, right, is this one. So this is the parameter list one, parameter list two, and parameter list three. So now we can go and see give here that okay, in this one, right, it should come all. In the second one, right, what it should come, right? It should come here. We will write yes and no, right? So we'll writing no here, validate. And in the third, right, whatever the batch ID we have, right, so that will do. So that batch ID we have over in this one, right? So we can go and map with this one batch ID, right? Now we can go and validate. So we have defined all the parameters here that okay, what all things we need to run, right? So we have put here. Now we can come back again and save the file, right? So what will happen, right? Our integration is completed. Now what will happen, right? We will get the job IDs, right? So we can go and map the job IDs correspondingly, right? So what we do, right? We can come here and now we can go and see our output. So in this one, right, we can go and give any message. So this is our custom message only. So we can say success. Validate. Now what is the next one, right? Load interface ID, right? So from where we'll get that one, right? So that information we'll get from this one. Load suppliers, right? So we can go and expand this one. So this will load into the interface table. So this result, right? So this result will contain that ID of that one. So we can look at ID. Then next is like load supply into the main table. So submit ESS job request and it will also contain the result. So this result will contain the main table. So we can go and do this, right? So what will happen, right? Now we will get the both the IDs. What is the interface ID and what is the actual load ID? Now we can go and validate here. Now we can come back again here. We can come down again and we can go and do the same. So we can come again into this one. And what we do it now, we can go and activate this code. And what we do it will go and run. We can come here, debug, and activate. Refresh. Let it complete. Okay, so it got activated, right? Now what we do, we can come and we can run this one. So what we wanted to run, right? So what is our batch ID, what is source directory and source file name, right? So all those things we can come and we can take that from here, right? We can say reconnect. So this is our file name, right? So we can come here. We can go and read that file. We can say source file. Source file. Then we can come here. We can copy the path. We can put into the source directory. And then what is the batch ID, right? So this was our file, right? So this is that batch ID what we have. So we can come here and we can go and run this batch ID. Now we can go and run this code again, and we'll see what is that output will come. I can come here also, and I can go to that monitoring page, so that okay, we can see that monitoring from here, whether our process got started or not. So yet it not came anything as of now. Refresh. So we can come to this one. So we got error. Cannot invoke load supply interface file request. Okay, let us see where it is given error. So are we able to get the file? We got the file here. When we are trying to invoke, we are getting that error. Details. Null pointer exception. Zip file name is not. Yeah. So if you see right, we have not passed those parameter names and all right. What happened right? Because of that one right, we started getting here. So what we have done right, we have just mapped the file name only. So why we are getting that error right? File name is null, right? Zip file name. So it means we need to give the file name also. So we can come back again, deactivate, refresh, come back into this one. So in this process, right, we got that error. So here what we have done, right, we just have mapped the file name only, right? Like, okay, what is our file? But rest all properties, right, we have not mapped. So what we do, right, we can come here, download file, file properties, ICS file and properties. So what we do, right, we can go and pass here file name to the file name. We can put file type also, and then checksum we can go and put, right? So these three parameters like we need to pass here. So we can say checksum. So I can see if you see it, I already have put here. So file type, file name and checksum. So these things we need to pass. Otherwise we'll get the same error again. So we can come back again here and we'll see. So we have validated. Now we can come back again. We can go and do the save. Come back again and now activate the integration again. Refresh. Now we can go and run the code again. We can say body. So same information will do. We can say run. So we can come to our page and we can see. So if you see right, our process got started. If you see load interface file for import, right? So this process got started here. If you see right, it is in the running mode. So it will go and do all three process. If I will come here right, to the our content server, right? So our file it will go and show here. If I will come here also, if you see right, OIC, this is the file got generated, right? It means our file also came here, right? And it is started generating the log. Right? So what happened, right? Right? It has started our zip file, right? So we have uploaded this one. So we can come back again here. We can see. So if you see it, the process will complete, right? If you see it, then our this process also got completed. I will come here and we can see, right? If you see, right, it is still in the running, right? So it will go and show here output. So if you see, right, what output it will show, right? 19495 and 99, right? So these are the two ID it will go and show. So if you see, right, if I will come refresh, so if you see, right, import suppliers got started here. So it is in the execution now. So what we do, right? If you see 95, right? So this is the interface ID what we have for the interface table, right? So interface ID 9495. Then we can come back again here. Right? Next is like load file to interface, right? So that import supply got started, right? So this is like 99 ID, right? What we do, right? We can come here and we can see that, okay, what is the ID of the actual process? 999, right? Now we can go and do the refresh again. So this got completed, right? We can go and see into our this one. So if you said it got file got uploaded right here. Now let me, if you said now that file got deleted after creating the log, right? After doing all the activities, right? What happened, right? That original file got deleted here, right? Now what we do, right? We can come here and previously, right? We have only this much, right? Now we can go and search again here and we can see that, okay, if you see, right, our suppliers came here, right? B21 FBDI OIC process. So whatever the code, right, we have, right, all those files got loaded here, correct? So this is how we can go and create our FBDI file into the OIC, right? So all the informations, whatever we have into that Excel sheet, right? So same thing information will come here. So any questions if anyone has till now?
So Prashant, what is checksum?
So checksum is nothing but like it used to give about the file thing, right? Whether the file is same or not. So whether you give or not give, right? It's like with each file, right? Some unique number will be there. So if you need to check validate or something, right? That okay, file got modified in between or not, right? So for that purpose, we used to have there and that like each file has a checksum. So if you come here and see the process, right? Track this one, I will click into this one. So what happened, right? It got executed step by step. It has waited here 60 seconds and then it has continued this process, right? So all those information we can go and see. Wait trigger started. If you see, right, then wait trigger completed. So if you see, it got started at 408, it completed at 409, right? So it started 847, 848 it completed, right? It means 60 seconds it waited here and then it got completed to the next step, right? So this is how we can go and see or we can load the file into the FBDI with the help of OIC. So any questions if anyone has?
Yeah, like the error handling, how do you do? Because
Hello.
yeah, if you run the same file again, how we do the error handling? Except
Yeah, so that one, right? So in this one, right, it will not give any file, right, issue, right? If you see yesterday we have uploaded the file, right? So it has not given any error and all, right? So what will happen, right? It will not give you, if you get same file, if you try to load from the Fusion also, right? It will not load the data, right? So for the error handling, right, you have to see something else only because if it will give the file there, right? So we can go and see that one. Right? So tomorrow, right, we'll see that one that okay, how we can get the callback also. So in that one, right, whatever these log files will be generated, right? So those files we can go and get to see here. So whatever these log files got uploaded here, right, into the UCM content server, these files, right? So these files we'll see tomorrow.
yeah. Okay. So some how we will retry the say due to some reason, say out of 100 suppliers, 10 did not get loaded. How
Your
we'll-
voice is very low. Can you repeat again?
Yeah, I mean, out of say 100 suppliers we are loading, 10 are not loaded due to some
All
reason.
right,
How
right.
we'll retry that process so that.
So for that one, right, like it's kind of a we only have to do because when we load the
Mm,
file, right, what will happen,
mm,
right? Here it will give us that sheet. If you see it, import suppliers. So in this one, right, we will have the PDF report, right? So this is a PDF report what we'll have. So this
Yeah.
PDF report, it will give us all the information that, okay, what got loaded and what is not got loaded, right? So from this one, right, we have to find out like what is that not imported, right? And we have to re-prepare the file. So
Okay.
we don't have that any automatic option that, okay, it will go and do, right, that again. So with
Yeah.
these options, right, we have to find out which are records not imported. So we have to prepare the delta file for those records and we have to reprocess that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Any questions into this one? Because this sheet, right, will give us whatever the import supplies got imported and whatever supplies not imported. So from that one, right, we have to find out that supply numbers. We have to prepare a delta file and then we have to do that one.
Yeah. This file we can capture and notify in the email, right?
This report.
Yeah, this PDF report. So after the process is completed,
Right.
can we capture this PDF file from the wherever location it is stored and send the notification, email notification?
Yeah. So the log file will come. For
Hmm.
this one, I have to check. Like I will check tomorrow and let you know that, okay, whether this file will also come. Because in the if we enable the callback, right? So after completion of the process, we will get the log files. But I will
Okay.
check whether this file will also come or not. So I can let you know that tomorrow.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Any other questions if we have? Okay. So if no question, then I think we can wrap up the session today here only. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And please start doing the test.